morning. Welcome to another weekly vlog. It is Thursday morning, and I just spilled my coffee all over the floor. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep on giggling through my morning, let it roll off my shoulders, and have a good rest of my day regardless. I'm a little late starting this vlog because it's just been a very work heavy week, but I finally feel like the insane amount of work I've had to do over the last few weeks is tapering off a bit. And so I feel myself coming back. I feel like I am back to reading in the mornings and at night, and back to my mornings where I get to plan and do things like that in a more regular me type of way. So I'm excited for this vlog. I think we'll get into enough things, even though I started it a day or two late, but it's all good. Today, I did want to pop on here just to sort of let you know where I'm at reading wise and life wise so that you kind of know what to expect for this vlog. Right now, I'm currently reading a couple books. So, my physical read is still Where the Wildflowers Grow. This is what I was reading in my last vlog as well. It's a chunky book, and also I've just, not really felt like myself lately. I haven't been reading at night. I've been just passing out. I have still been going to bed early and stuff. I've been making a habit of it, but I haven't been making my tea and sitting up and reading at all. I've just been hitting the pillow and out cold. So it's nice to be able to start doing this, reading a bit more regularly again. And I've also been able to, the last few mornings, have been able to sit on my porch outside in the morning and read, which is my favorite thing to do. It's probably in my top reasons why I think spring is my favorite season. I love sitting on my porch in the morning before it gets too hot, hearing the birds. When spring is in full swing, we get a lot of hummingbirds at our house because I put feeders out. And it's just there's a lot of small little joys that spring brings. And even though it's just early March, I am feeling it. So it's been 60-ish in the mornings here, which has been perfect for putting on a big sweatshirt and sweatpants and sitting outside and reading in the morning. So we're slowly, well, actually now we're pretty quickly making our way through this. Until a couple days ago, I was only 40 pages into this, and now we are 200 and almost 240 pages in. So this is a stunning book. I have a feeling that it's going to be a 5-star read because it's just making me think in a way that I want my 5-star books to make me think. So what this book is about is basically the main character of this book. She is, when the book starts, she is being transferred from a prison to a different prison. And you don't really know why she's in there and nothing like that. But the transport bus takes a dive off a cliff, and she happens to survive. And so this book sort of takes you on her journey as she sort of figures out her life after that crash, and also sort of unpacks her past. And that's where we're at. I don't want to give too much away, but it does have flowers and stuff in it. So I think it's a perfect book for this time of year because there's a flower farm and stuff involved that just gives beautiful flower imagery, and I'm really enjoying that right now. As I'm kind of hyping up spring in my head, this is right there with me. So I'm enjoying this a lot. And then I'm also really enjoying my audiobook that I'm listening to right now. My current audiobook is Mad Wife, and I originally saw this book as an Aardvark book box recommendation. It was in the choices, but I believe it was sold out, so I could not get it. But the audiobook for this so far, fantastic. So I'm about halfway through, and it's very 1950s housewife sort of suburbia where she's having these kids, and it deals a lot with postpartum and sort of trying to fit in as a wife and a friend and as a mom, but like in the sort of 50s culture. And but like I think all of those things are still very relevant today. And so yeah, I think that this book is fantastic so far, and I really can't wait to see where it goes. So I am just pretty hype about the books that I'm reading currently. So that's been great. Besides books, I don't have a whole lot of updates besides yesterday I decided to go to Whole Foods because I've been having stomach problems and I know how to fix it. I have to go on like a certain type of diet, get rid of certain foods that'll fix it, and I know I need to go to a doctor and actually get things like diagnosed, but your girl's a grad student. Like we're not doing it. We're not doing it in our current financial state. So I know that, and I've done it before, that doing like a certain type of diet can help me. And so going to Whole Foods makes that a lot easier. It's also very expensive, but whatever. I'm not getting a ton of stuff there, so it's not a huge deal, but they just have certain things that make this diet easier for me. But yeah, so I've been doing that. And when I go to Whole Foods, which is not frequently because of the price, and it's just in a spot in town that is not convenient to go to, like literally at all. But since I went and got flowers while I was there because I got a couple little like stem vases for Christmas from my boyfriend's sister. We are sort of like the same person. It's kind of weird. Shopping for her is like shopping for me. If I see something and I'm like, oh, that's cute, I can just get it for her for holidays and stuff. And I can tell that she does the same thing because these vases are just too cute. And I put them on my bookshelf, and she also got me this like every year that I've been with him, she's gotten me like a desk sized like small just like monthly calendar, and this one is so cute. And so I also put that on my bookshelf, and I wanted flowers to fill in those little vases and also some other vases that I have just around the house. One of them, another vase that she got me, and actually one that her mom got for me. So I just wanted to fill all the vases and feel spring this weekend. My boyfriend's going to be out of town this weekend, and I get the house to myself, which means that I wanted the house to feel spring-y, and I'm hoping to do a lot of like heavy duty spring cleaning. And so, yeah, that's kind of why I decided to get some flowers. And so I want to show you what those look like. So let me stop this and I'll take you over there. So I got this bouquet all prearranged. I tried to pick flowers that aren't super toxic to my cats, but I still put them up like at night and when I go to work and stuff anyway. But I just loved the colors in this and thought it would look really cute in this vase. And my boyfriend's sister did get me this vase as well. But yeah, just thought that that was precious. So for the other flowers, I basically just grabbed some roses and some baby's breath, and then I arranged it. And I did the same thing for these little vases that I got on my bookshelf. They are just too cute. And here's the one next to the calendar that I have. But yeah, I can't get enough of having flowers in my home. I grow a lot of flowers when I garden in the spring. And like I have climbing roses that I cut for vases. I have usually grow eucalyptus that I cut and put into arrangements. What else? Hydrangea, things like that that I usually make my own bouquets with once spring hits and is in full swing. But this time of year, I'm itching to have flowers in my home so that spring sort of feels like it's coming. And I don't have flowers outside yet. So this is, for now, really nice to be able to just buy some flowers at the store and have some beautiful bouquets. Bouquets. I don't know. I think it's bouquet. Whatever. That's really all I've got for you right now. I'm excited to see what we get into this weekend, and hopefully it's a fun time. All right, I'll check in with you later. Hey vlog. Just wanted to come on here and show a bit of real life. It's Saturday morning, well, afternoon now. It's like 1:30. I've had a really rough mental health day so far. My boyfriend is out of town, and I was very, very excited for this weekend because of that. Not because he's gone, but I really wanted to do like a bunch of spring cleaning and honestly like be able to have him come back and have the house like look fresh and feel good and stuff like that. And I went in, I bought a new vacuum yesterday, which was nice. I was able to clean a lot of the floors, which have been gross for a really long time. And I had a really good day yesterday, but then we were getting storms last night, which Arkansas in the spring is tornado danger, and where we live, we've had like probably like 3 tornadoes that have all been within a scary close distance to our house in like the last year alone, like year and a half. So it gives me a lot of anxiety this time of year to like just anytime there's a storm, I get a lot of anxiety, but especially with my partner being gone, that made it a lot worse. But I was doing okay, but the dog was having a rough time, and then he doesn't like when my boyfriend's gone anyway. It was his dog, so he gets anxious and stuff when he's not here. And so he was on one and wouldn't eat and stuff and didn't want to go outside because he hates the rain. And I don't think I got any more than maybe an hour of sleep at a time, and maybe 3 hours total last night. I didn't go to sleep until like 3 a.m. because the storm was rolling in at that time and it was really loud, so the dog was freaking out and I was just having a rough time and could not sleep because he was having a hard time and it was really loud storm, and so I had a really rough night. And then I was still kind of determined to have this day go how I wanted it to go. And the world had other plans. I was painting my nails, which I eventually finished, so I'll show you what I've got. This is Forbidden Fruit by Mooncat. It's a magnetic polish. Let me make sure that's the actual name of this. Yeah, it's Forbidden Fruit. So it's like a really dark maroony brown color base, and then the magnetic pull is green. And I was in the middle of doing my first coat, and the dog had to go outside, and so I let him outside, and then like immediately after, he was barking and like pawing at the door to get in the house, which is not normal. And so I ran over and like let him in, and he had poop hanging out of his butt, all attached to like a grass strand or something. And that got on my living room rug. I think that's the only place it got. I hope it's the only place I found it. And then I went to go clean that, and the carpet cleaner thing, like the tank for it, filled the tank, did the stuff, put the tank on the carpet cleaner, and it is leaking somewhere. So water got literally all over the floor. Meanwhile, my living room smelled like poop. The dog's freaking out. My nails got just completely messed up, which this all sounds like a comedy show when I say it like this, and I know it's kind of ridiculous, but in that moment, I was ready to just, like, give up on the weekend. It gave me a panic attack, which I don't get often, and I have spent just, like, so that happened at, like, by 10 a.m., and yeah, now it's like 1:30 and I'm finally feeling like my nervous system is back to like a regular state. And while that was happening, like the mailman came and the dog was just barking at the mailman. It was panic all over this house. And it was really hard. I still can't get the carpet cleaner to work. The like water that it spilled got next to like my bookshelf and kind of under the bookshelf, which I'm hoping doesn't ruin the bookshelf because I just got them like in October. So I don't know. It was a morning. So I've been sitting here watching Queer Eye and basically redoing my nails, and I finally am at a point where like I'm doing better. But I did want to come on here because I do have updates, and also when the mailman came, I got a fun package. So the first update that I have is I finished a book yesterday. Not my physical book because I did not read that much yesterday. It's like I'm having not a hard time getting into it. I'm just having a good time reading that book slowly, Where the Wildflowers Grow, and I'm fine with that. So I'm keeping it how it is. But I did finish my audiobook, which was The Mad Wife. And immediate 5-star. Like, I will think about that book for a long time. I'm anxious to see what else that author has out because I have a feeling that a lot of her books probably follow similar themes. And honestly, I just thought that the book was like remarkably done and like in a very nuanced way that made it so that you felt like it was taking place in the 1950s like it was supposed to, but also you could see how that stuff has ingrained into the way that society works today. And I thought that it was made me reflect a lot, and made me happy, sad, laugh, cry, so angry. Like it gave me all of the feels, and that's a sign of a great book. So yeah, I'm really, really happy about that one. Not quite sure what I'm going to listen to next. I have a couple of audiobook holds that are supposed to be like available within like I'm like next in line, so I'll see what pops up. But that's my book update for you. And then the package that came while I was trying to clean shit up off the floor with a broken carpet cleaner is my aardvark box. So yeah, if we're gonna have a shitty day, at least like aardvark is here to cheer me up. So I thought I'd open this with you on here right now. So let's pop into this sucker. Oh my gosh. All right. I was actually really worried about this package because I had a feeling it was going to be coming in the next, like, either yesterday or today, and we were getting the storms that were insane. So I was really worried because some of these boxes have come to me very beat up. This is actually the best condition that an aardvark box has been delivered to me in. But yeah, I was worried that between the way that the boxes fall apart and the way that the weather was looking, that I was gonna get some soggy books, but I think we're good. So I did get 3 books again this month. Hear me out. I like usually have been like digging into the like back catalog of books that Aardvark has when I fill my boxes. But I this month was like, I'll see what they have and then just get recent ones because there's nothing on like the back list that I feel like I really need right now. Like there's nothing that I was looking at it before I was gonna place my order, and there was nothing that I was like, I for sure want this month. So I was like, maybe we can skip this month and then order a fuller box next month. Well, the picks came out and yeah, I needed 3 of them. So I got 3 of them. The first one that I knew I was gonna get because I saw that Aardvark was going to be having it was the new Matt Dinneman book called Operation Bounce House. I really, really, really want to read the Dungeon Crawler Carl series by him, but I have not gotten my hands on it. And my like local bookstore that I like to go to and like to support because of their ideals and the way that they stand up for community in a town in the South. I like supporting that business. They have the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, but the first book, they only have it in a paperback, and all the rest of them they only have in hardcover. And so I don't know if that's how those books are. I really need to look at that and see, but I would like if they were all in the same format. Don't really care if they're hardcover or paperback, but I don't want to like have it mixed. I'm not a fan of that. So I really do want to get into that, but I saw that this was coming out, and Aardvark put like at the beginning of the month, they gave like a kind of a spoiler that they were going to have this so that a bunch of people didn't go and purchase it and could wait to get it in their Aardvark box. And so I saw that and was really excited about it. And so I decided to get this. So this is sci-fi, which isn't really my like, it's not really a genre that I get into at all, but this just sounded really interesting, and I think that I'm going to have fun reading it, and I also think that my boyfriend might like it, and so I thought it would be nice to purchase it so that maybe he could try that too. But yeah, the little blurb thing says, all colonist Oliver Lewis ever wanted to do was run the family ranch with his sister, maybe play a gig or two with his band, and keep his family's aging fleet of intelligence agriculture bots ticking as long as possible. He figures it will be a good thing when the transfer gate finally opens all the way and restores instant travel and full communication between Earth and his planet, New Sonora. But there's a complication. Even though the settlers were promised they'd be left in peace, Earth's government now has other plans. The colossal Apex Industries is hired to commence an eviction action, but maximizing profits will always be Apex's #1 priority. Why spend money printing and deploying AI soldiers when they can turn it into a game? Why not charge bored Earthers for the opportunity to design their own war machines and remotely pilot them from the comfort of their homes? The game is called Operation Bounce House. Oliver and his friends soon find themselves fighting for their lives against machines piloted by gamers who have paid a premium for the privilege. With the help of an old book from his grandfather and a bucket of rusty parts, Oliver is determined to defend the only home he's ever known. So it's kind of cool that it's like Earth is the bad guy in this. That's how I feel in my life right now anyway. So that's kind of neat. And that this dude is trying to just sort of defend his own territory on like his own little life that he's created for himself on this other planet. And I just think that that's a really neat concept. And yeah, I do really think that my boyfriend's gonna like this. So that's part of the reason why I got this. So this was my pick #1 for the month of March. So the second book that I picked out is Widby. Don't know how you say this. But this book I picked out because it gives sort of literary thriller vibes and sort of reminds me of like the premise of Notes on an Execution, which I read last year and enjoyed a lot, but this sounds better. It's almost like Notes on an Execution and Wayward. If those two books had a baby, that's what this sounds like. So basically, like, there's a woman who's sort of fleeing her life, and she's got a lot going on, and stuff about a past abuser of hers is sort of resurfacing, and she finds in this like memoir by this author that he also abused this I think she's an actress, reality TV star. She reads this TV star's memoir and sees that that person had a very similar experience, and then it also follows the mother of that abuser, and he ends up dead, and so it's kind of like a mystery on what's going on with him, but also sort of from perspectives of people that he has harmed, which gives the Notes on an Execution Wayward vibes for me, especially because this all takes place on some sort of like islandy sort of thing, because she's the main character, Birdie Chang, is escaping her life and going to this Whidbey island. So yeah, I think that this is probably going to go onto my TBR very soon because I'm hyped about this book. I think it's going to be so good. And yeah, I'm just, it's so cool that that a single book box can have these two picks in the same month. That's wild. But yeah, I'm here for it. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm super, super excited about this last book. This is the last one that I found, but I am arguably probably most excited for this one. It is Nowhere Burning. And this is sort of sold as a Peter Pan meets the Lord of the Flies. So it's kind of like a horror that deals with sort of lost children, from what I've gathered. So it says it's a harrowing tale of survival that places the dark fairy tale of Peter Pan and the ruthless dangers of Lord of the Flies into the unforgiving maw of the Colorado Rockies. So it's also kind of giving Yellow Jackets to me, which, say less, love that show. But yeah, I think that this is going to be fantastic. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. So this month is stacked with books that I think are going to be some of my favorite for like that I've picked out from there so far. So yeah, I am hype about that. I'll also show you, this is the little card for the month. Really cute. I also thought about getting Spoiled Milk. I debated on whether or not to have that one, but I really, really wanted Whidbey and Nowhere Burning, and so I thought about replacing Operation Bounce House with Spoiled Milk, which is another horror book, but I couldn't do it because Operation Bounce House I really do think that my boyfriend's gonna like, so whatever. And then we got bookmarks. Oh, these are really cute. This is like my kind of color palette. Oh, yay. I'm excited about these. This is the bookmark for this month. Super, super cute. I love these colors. And it says, knock, knock, your TBR calling. Or knock, knock, it's your TBR calling. Reading's hard, guys. But yeah, this is a bookmark for this month, and I love it. This is so cute. I've also been having fun putting these in my journal, like, because I get one for each book, but I've been putting these in like my sort of junk adjacent journal. So there's not that much junk in my junk journal. It's just mostly book reviews, but I've been putting these in on the weeks where I get my aardvark box order so that I can like writing about the books that I picked out, and it's been a fun little tradition. So I think this is going to be cute to have in my journal for this week. I don't think that I'll be reading an aardvark book next. I just have really been craving reading on my Kindle. And so I do think that I'm going to read a Kindle book next. I have a hold placed for Isola, something, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that. I should look that up. But when I finished reading Wild Dark Shore, I looked up books like Wild Dark Shore, and that's what it showed me. So I'm gonna try that out soon. It's supposed to be available to me in like 2 weeks or whatever it says on Libby, but basically there's just one person ahead of me and I'll get it after that. And so that's probably going to be my next read. And I also ordered some stickers and some fun stuff to be able to make some Kindle like inserts for my Kindle case. That'll be cute for spring. So yeah, I'll do that too. But that's probably going to be my next read, and then I'll probably read an aardvark. I was going to say I'd read an aardvark box. But yeah, I'll probably read an aardvark book after that. That's all the book stuff and updates I've got for you. I now need to get ready because I'm gotta leave this house in like an hour and a half. Another thing that might kind of wreck my mental health today, but we'll see. I think it'll be fun. And I'm trying to keep it that way in my head too, but it's kind of hard. So I, for the last like 4 years, I still don't know how to talk about this, going to ballroom dancing lessons and competing and performing and stuff through a studio here. But recently it kind of all went to shit. I haven't had a lesson since like October. And it was a huge part of my life. I was in there probably like 4 days a week. And it was like a really big outlet for me. And I think that has a lot to do with how I'm doing mentally in recent days too. But, and by days, I mean months. But, the studio is part of this chain of studios, and so the one in my city is not open as of right now, but they were allowing people from our studio to go to ones that were in nearby cities, and I did not feel like doing that because of how things ended with our studio. I just, I don't agree with what happened, and also I don't think that I would want a different instructor than the one that I had. He was by far the most qualified and competent instructor in the area, and I formed a really, really good relationship with him, and I can't picture myself going to anyone else in this area. I know all the instructors pretty well at this point, and I don't think that a pairing with any of them would work in the same way that it did with him. And so I'm no longer dancing, which is really, really sad. I miss it a lot. But the studios are still doing like their annual showcase. And there's some people from my old studio that are in it, people that decided to switch their lessons to other studios. And that's today. So me and one of my friends that I met through dance are gonna go watch and support and get dinner and gossip. And I think it'll be a fun night to be able to go and do that, but I also do think it's gonna be hard to look a lot of those people in the face. And I guess when it ended, like, no one reached out to her or I, and it just, the whole thing felt really weird because we were very close to our instructor, and we were competitors at, like, the highest level in the studio, and so it just felt really shitty that we kind of got, I don't know. I don't think anyone really did their due diligence in making sure that we were okay after all of that went to shit. And so it's gonna be weird to see some of those people and have to pretend like I'm okay with them, but I don't have to. because they didn't do anything for me. So why do I have to do anything for them? But it's going to be weird to have to navigate that space. A space that used to be like my central zone of comfort, like that performance. I've been in 3-4 of them. I had 3 of them. This would have been my 4th. But yeah, it's just going to be weird. But I do need to get ready for that because I'm meeting her to get a cocktail at 4, and my hair is like still wet from my shower and I don't even know what I'm going to wear. So I have to go so that I can figure that out. But thanks for sitting here and let me chit chat with you because I needed to just kind of vent. So I'm sorry I rambled for so long, but I thank you for listening. I do have plans to do things that are actually fun this weekend, I promise. So I will be back when fun things happen because they're going to happen. Damn it. Okay? Pinky promise. We're doing fun things. All right. Thank you. Hi, I'm about to leave for the show, but I just wanted to show you my fit. Oh, the dog's on the floor. I went for like a casual, dressy, I've got little brown loafers on. Cute, right? And then I have this jacket that I didn't realize is literally looks identical to this shirt. So I'm gonna bring this with just in case it's cold. But yeah, this is the fit. I'm excited. Gonna go get cocktails. I am really excited. It's at a little we're going to a cocktail bar that I've never been to. And so I'll let you know what I think. Okay, bye. Hello, wonderful people. It is Sunday, and I'm doing much better today. Last night was fun. The show was weird being in the audience for a show like that and not on stage. Can't lie. Made me a little bit emotional, but it was really, really nice to catch up with my friend and get some drinks and dinner. And the cocktail bar that we went to, shout out Sidecar, was so good. It's small, but it doesn't feel like crowded or crazy. The drinks are fantastic. Their menu is like themed after albums and they have vinyl on the whole time. Also, the TV there had Animaniacs on and that was really, really fun. Just a vibe. And I had a blast. I got a drink there that is like my whole personality now, I think. It was called Rainbows and it literally looked like a rainbow. I took a ton of pictures of it so I can put some on here so you can see. But yeah, so good. Highly recommend if you're in the Fayetteville, Arkansas area to check that out because it was fantastic. Also, there's a button in the bathroom there that if you press it, it makes the bathroom have like a little disco party. So yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said about it. So yeah, doing better this morning. The time change is not fun. Don't like losing an hour of sleep. Especially because I did not sleep the night before last because of like the dog and the storms. And so I really wanted to sleep well last night. And I got a good like 5 hours before the dog was confused about what time it was. And my cats were like, get up. Or I woke up to feed them and they're like, we're not hungry. I don't know. It was a weird morning. But we're doing better now. I am doing a lot of the things today that I wanted to do yesterday. But I'm making really good progress. And so I'm happy that even though yesterday morning and stuff wasn't exactly what I had hoped, we're doing better. So I have been doing a bunch of laundry. I got a new vacuum cleaner a couple days ago, Friday, and I am obsessed with it. I have been going kind of room by room and trying to clean and tidy and organize. And then, like, after I'm done with that, like, give everything like a really good vacuum. And it's making me feel like a new person. I started with the laundry room. Like, I scrubbed all the, like, the what do you call that? Like, windowsills. I cleaned the floors. I cleaned the litter boxes, like the actual boxes. Like, we're cleaning. It's happening. And having a vacuum that actually can pick up the litter makes life a million times easier, because tell me why my last vacuum literally couldn't even pick up litter. I know it wasn't picking up any dirt in this house if it couldn't even get litter. So feeling better. So then I was chilling and scrolling through social media, and I found this little video about this little curtain for an oven, and I was like, that's really cute. And I kind of want to make it. And so I went into my little fabric stash, like a little gremlin, and I was like, what would be cute? And I found this tablecloth, and I think that making a little oven curtain and then little cafe curtains that can go in, like, I have like a weird little mud room off the back that attaches to the kitchen. And so they're painted the same color. They're painted like a minty green. I thought it'd be cute to have little cafe curtains that match the oven curtain. And so, yeah, I really want to make these now. So I'm going to try to, throughout the day, just slowly, like, get the measurements I need, change out laundry, cut the fabric out, vacuum some other room, like, throughout the day, just slowly chip away at this project, because I think it would just be really cute. I do need to buy cafe curtain hardware and, like, little clips. I don't want it to be like on a pole. The curtains I have out there now are just white and boring, and they get really dirty, and I don't really like them. I don't really think they're a vibe. I think having, like, cafe curtains that only go like halfway up the window would be much cuter. Especially because it's not on a part of the, like, this a side of the house that gets seen. It's on in the back. So I think it'd be really cute. So yeah, I'm gonna go online and probably order a little, like, tension rod and little curtain clips to use for that. I think that's going to be the cutest way to do it. And then I'm, going to make the oven curtain, which just has, like, ties that hold it, which also maybe that'd be cute rather than the little clips. Like, I can make, like, ties that can slide on the tension rod. I don't know. I'm brainstorming, but we're getting somewhere. And I also want to, because I have the same white curtain on top of, like, over the window on the door back there, and I kind of want to change that out as well while I'm doing curtain things back there. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm excited about the oven curtain, and I think that because I've been redoing some stuff in my kitchen, that this is the perfect time to do this. And so I just think it's going to be cute and very springy, and yeah, I'm excited. So I'll let you know how that goes. Also, I will show you what I've done with my kitchen, but it's not complete because I ordered some new mugs. I've been drinking a lot of tea at night and wanted some smaller mugs to be able to have tea, because right now all my mugs are massive because I use them to make, like, lattes and stuff, and I want more space for, like, milk and things like that. But I wanted some cute little, like, smaller tea mugs, and I found some online that I ordered, so those should be coming within the next couple of days. And yeah, I'm excited about those, and that's really gonna, like, tie the look together, especially with this, because those mugs are, like, creamy colored and have little, like, flowers and little designs on them that are really cute. And so I think that this, and then those mugs on the, like, hooks that I have, it's gonna be a vibe. So yeah, excited about my day and where it's headed, and I'll take you with me. Guess what just got delivered? I didn't think these are gonna get delivered already. Maybe I looked at, like, the delivery date and then was like, oh, March, what's the date? like 8th, that's so far away, when it was not that far away. I'm guessing that's the situation. These are so much better than I thought they were gonna be. Okay. Oh my god, these are cute. So I got a set of 4 mugs because I have 4 little hooks that I like screwed in under my cabinet that I like hang mugs on. Like during Christmas, I have a bunch of different Christmas ones. I have a lot of Christmas mugs, so that's never been like a problem to fill those. But I don't have many like springtime mugs. I have a couple, but they're big, and I don't mind having them there. I want some that aren't gigantic because I think that they'll be better for tea. And I found this set of 4. I did find it on Amazon, which isn't my favorite place to, buy literally anything because I don't like giving them my money if I don't have to. But your girl's broke, and I wanted to get something that would work for that space. And I wanted to do it sooner than later because I have been slowly like redoing the kitchen and making it look nice, but I thought that it would be nice to have those mugs sooner than later because I am drinking tea a lot right now, and just for convenience and whatever, I did get them on Amazon, which is not my favorite, but these are adorable, so I don't really have any regrets. Okay, so I'll show you all of them. Like, tell me that's not the cutest thing ever. And like the handle's the perfect size to fit on the hook, it looks like, at least. So there's that one. There's this one with little yellow and orange flowers. There's this one with like cherries and little cherry blossoms. And then there's this one with the blue flowers. They're just so cute, and I'm really happy. So, and they're the perfect size for like a cup of tea. So I'm stoked. I'm really, really excited. And I now am more motivated to clean the kitchen than I was a little bit ago when I was sitting on my butt not doing anything. So I do have laundry running right now, and have slowly been doing some work. I took measurements for the like oven curtain thing that I want to make. But yeah, I was taking a little break before I ironed the fabric for that, and then now I am a lot more motivated to go clean the kitchen so that I can finish setting up all of this stuff. So I'm gonna go do that. All right, bye. Hello, good morning, happy Thursday. We have reached like the sunny part of the day, so just like this window gets the most gorgeous sun at like, I don't know, 9, 10 a.m. It just fills this room, which is why it's where I put all my plants and stuff. Um, and I like this room for filming in a lot of the time because of that. But right now it's a little much depending on where I put my face. So, uh, me chilling back here is just me making it so that you can actually see me. So just bear with me. But yeah, we're here and I've been in this room all morning because I've been doing a little crafty project. The only time I really use my Kindle is if there's a book that I don't want to purchase, but Libby has it, and then I'll check it out through my library and get it on there. I do not buy books through my Kindle because I don't really have a desire to. I like supporting libraries and small bookstores, and so that's what I do. But I did have a book that is coming up, uh, like the hold is here. So I've been waiting a minute for it and it's ready. So I'm going to be reading on my Kindle. And long story short, I've had a crafty morning because this was my old Kindle case. I'll show you. So I've had this for like a little over a year now and I love it. It's really nice. I do like the strap on the inside is really convenient for holding it, and I do like that the cover makes the screen sleep. Um and I will still use this, but I just wanted something a little different, and I ordered some stickers when I started journaling at the beginning of the year. I just thought that were cute. And also, when I was at my local bookstore recently, they had some cute stickers. And basically, I just wanted to make a insert for my clear Kindle case because when I first got my Kindle, I got a clear case for it so I could do like the sticker decorations like all the girlies do. And yeah, I did that and used that for a while. And then I got that case for Christmas last year or the year before. Um, and yeah, I just want to switch it up and go back to the clear case for a minute. So I made a cute little Kindle insert for the back. I'll show it to you. So this is what I made this morning. I had all the gardening, like all the tomatoes and the peppers. I had those stickers in a pack that came with like this bee, and I'll show you some other ones. This watermelon. Um, those all came in a pack from this garden order that I put in. I have a green stock garden that is my favorite thing ever. I have 4 garden beds, and we'll be going out there in a vlog coming to you soon because I need to start working on my garden back there. I've been neglecting it because, I'm trying to become a doctor. So it's fine. A PhD doctor, not a medical doctor, but I always say that and it sounds like I am lowering my self-worth. So I'm going to keep calling myself a soon to be doctor until it sinks in. But anyway, yeah, I have 4 raised garden beds, and then I have a green stock garden that is on like my patio in the backyard. And that green stock garden, when they sent all those stickers. And so that's where the like tomato, pepper, things like that came from. So I already had those. And then when I was out at my local bookstore, they had this like cutie little sticker that says gardening cheaper than therapy and you get tomatoes. And it was just so me that I had to get it. And then these little like tomato background sticker things were in my like journaling pack of like, I got like this, I don't know, basically pack of little stickers like that I use as like background sort of collage pieces when I journal. And those were in there, which is so random because none of the other thing, like everything else is just like gingham patterns, stripe patterns, and then there's just tomatoes. And I think it's so fun. Yeah, so that was exciting to do this morning, to just like make this little insert, and I am excited to carry this around. I used to also carry this because I didn't have a like screen protector for it when I was using this before, I had crocheted a like sleeve thing that I could put this in, but I kind of want to sew one. I think it would be cute to like make a matching Kindle in like sleeve and a laptop sleeve. So I might dig through some fabric that I have and see if I have anything that would work for that, because that sounds like a fun project to do. But yeah, so that was how I spent my morning. I am trying to make it a goal to do more short form content. I That's kind of how I started recording things, because I really wanted to record my life, and I the first way I thought to do that was through like Instagram reels, because I watch them all the time. And short form content is very hard for me. Um it feels like you're kind of creating a false sense of what you're doing in life. And I resonate with this a lot more, because I can sit and just talk to you about what I'm doing or take you with me while I do something in real time, in real speed. And I just find it to be more authentic to me. But I think that there is space for short form content in my life. I just need to figure out how it looks. Um, And if you want to follow along while I fumble and try to figure it out, my Instagram, I'll put the handle here. It's just Cozy Life with Cam. Um, and I like making like monthly recap like posts on there, but they're just posts. They're not reels, and reels are what get you followers and what really grab people's attention and take them to your page. And so I don't know, I've just grappled with whether I care about it or not. But I did record just a very, very short little thing about sort of piecing this together. And so we'll see how that does. But I'm considering trying to do more like chit chatty things on my for like short form content as well. And so I think I am going to just start messing around with that more and trying to see what sticks. And one of my ideas is to just like do a really, really short book review after each book I read. Like that would create content in itself without me having to do anything crazy. I can just be like, hey, I finished this book and this is what I think about it. And you should read it if you like this, and you shouldn't read it if you don't like this. So I'm considering doing that. Also, just trying to broaden it beyond just books, because I do like to talk about books. So it's easy to record things about books, but that's not everything I am as a person. So I'm gonna be experimenting on there, and feel free to join or give ideas, please. I would love that. If you're like, this is what we want to see because this is why I like watching your videos, please let me know, because I could use some help. I am so stressed in real life that this is my fun thing, and I do want to make content that people like though. So, yeah, help a girl out. So, spoilers, because I'm making this and have a book ready to go. This is my next read. It's Isola. I don't know how to pronounce this yet. I'm gonna figure it out. But I picked this up because someone said that or I read somewhere that if you like Wild Dark Shore, that this gives similar vibes. So I immediately put a hold on it. And so that is my next read. And I'm here to update you that I am onto this, because I finally finished Where the Wildflowers Grow. This is by far the most beautiful book I own, and I'm very excited that I own it. But I did like this book, and when I was like halfway ish through, I did think that it was going to be a 5-star, and it's not. Um, but I did rate it 4 stars. I think that it um is just a solid 4-star. There's no like wishy washy wondering what's going on. Um, that's just it's a 4-star book for me. It's really good, but there's a few things that just meh. I do like a lot of the aspects of this book. I think that the found family aspects and the characters that are introduced through that are top notch. I think that they did a really good job with that. The romance in it, I did also like. I think that it was done well. My biggest eh about this book is that I feel like the pacing in the beginning and the end, like we lost the pacing in the middle somewhere. Um, it it feels like the book took a very long time to get through a very short period of time, like a very short time span. And then like the last two chapters were just like, oh, a week later we did this. And I'm like, what? I don't know. It just felt like the ending was a little rushed. And I did read that the last two chapters were the first ones that this author wrote. It's written that like there's author questions in the back, and that was one of them. It's like, how did you go about writing it? And she said that the last two chapters were the first she wrote. And I hate to say it, but it reads that way. Those two chapters aren't bad. They just feel like they don't continue the pace and the feeling of the chapters prior. It's the same characters, it's the same, like, it connects plot wise, but it just doesn't, the ending doesn't feel like it belongs with the rest of the book, if that makes any sense. Um, and it's the ending that I expected, but it just, the writing style and the pacing feel different in a way that's kind of like, oh, why are we skipping weeks? And why are we like, this book takes a long time to talk about very little. It talks about like small details about flowers and small details about what characters are thinking. And then the ending feels just kind of rushed through, I guess. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying not to spoil what happens, and I feel like that would help in my description a lot, but I don't want to tell you how a book ends. So hopefully that's enough information without me spoiling it. But that's my thoughts about it. I also do feel like the book leaned a little self-help ish at times, where I was like, I don't know why this dude thinks that he's some self-help guru. Like, dude's got his own problems. So maybe they should talk about that, but whatever. And that was just kind of like dispersed throughout the middle of the book, was like these weird self-help things that I was like, eh. But as a whole, the characters, where the plot went, how the romance and stuff unfolded, I liked a lot. So yeah, 4 stars. Anything that's set in like a flower farm or something like that is just immediately going to grab my interest, and I just like reading descriptions of stuff like that. So yeah, I enjoyed the naturey aspects of this a lot. Um, I do recommend it. I think that it's a good read. It is long for what it is. That's another one of my little uh icks with it. But it was good. I'm glad I read it. And now on to the next. And so this is going to be my next read. I am also reading an audiobook right now, and it's hilarious because I did not look and see what this audiobook was about. To be fair, I it's part of one of like the Goodread challenge like bookmark things. It's like in the romance category, and I don't read a ton of romance, and I put a hold on the people we meet on vacation. Is that what that's called? I can't remember. But I put a hold for that, but it was really long. So I was like, I'm going to go find one that doesn't have like such a long wait. And I found A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. And you guys, this book, the girl's a florist. I I was like halfway through this when I started that, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So they're both like very it's like yeah, they're both very like similar in what the like story kind of revolves around. They're both kind of romances that involve flowers, and I'm not complaining about it. The love song for Ricky Wilde, I'm like 30-40% of the way through, and I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, that's the audiobook that I'm currently listening to. I'm having a good time, and this is going to be my next physical read. After that, I need to catch up on my aardvark books because I'm not going to allow myself to purchase more from them without reading some of them, because your girl has 12 aardvark books and has only read 4 of them. We need to get that to like the halfway point before I buy more. But I really just, when they put those picks out, my brain, all my rules I make for myself are just like gone. And I just add 3 books to the box and check out, and it is what it is. But we're gonna try not to do that until I read some more of those books. So I'm not sure where I'll go after this. It depends on the vibes of this and what I'm feeling afterwards. But that's where we're at in Bookland, and I have been enjoying it. So I just wanted to give you that update before I let you go. But it is time to let you go. And so I'm going to let you go. I thank you for watching this vlog, and I'm really excited for what's to come with spring and everything. So hopefully I will see you in the future. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.